Good morning, my fine YouTube friend. Theresa here. I am just kind of getting around this morning. Just getting back up for the second time today. Yes, I got up at 6 o'clock this morning with my husband. Got up, chatted with him, had our morning coffee together. Then, when he got ready to go get in the shower at 7, I went back to bed. Because I just don't sleep that hot at night. It is July 23rd, 2015, Thursday. It is, let me see, 73 degrees right now. But it's supposed to get up to 89 and down to 51. Sunny sky all day. So, a little bit of a breeze. Nice blue skies. So, can't complain there. I'm feeling a little bit better over yesterday. You can still hear them. Excuse me. Having some throat trouble. I think it's just allergies. So I did have to get up last night and spray my throat with some of the chloroseptic and stuff. But I think it's just allergies. You can tell I'm still pretty swollen through here. But feeling better than I was yesterday. Yesterday I was so sore and just so extremely tired. My granddaughter insists on sleeping with me when she comes over, and she'll be 11 next month, and I just don't have the heart to break her heart. So, but I'm not used to having anybody sleep with me and her with the at least 3 dogs and stuff, and I tend not to sleep too well. Plus I like my room extremely cool, and I don't have keep it as cool as normal because then it freezes her out to death. So, but they went home about 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and I just kind of took a nap. So today I do need to do some housework. Probably dust and vacuum. And I'm not sure what else I'm going to do. My main focus is getting in the art studio and working. I'm going to, as soon as I finish this, I'm going to go in there and work for about an hour. And then I want to get in a couple more hours of working this afternoon. I like to work in there when my husband's not home, unless he's busy doing something. Because I don't want to shut myself off into another room. Now if he's, out in the garage doing some woodworking, or if he can do some jewelry making or something, then that's different. But, otherwise, I like to try to balance things out as far as that goes. So, that's my main focus. Is I'm doing a pen and ink drawing right now of some trees that are upside down that my friend Mary had sent me a picture of these in these orange groves. They pull the trees, I guess, when they're dead, and then they just turn them upside down. And it's very intriguing to me. I love drawing trees and really drawn to trees anyway. So I'm doing a drawing of that, and I'm not sure. I mean, a pen and ink, and then I'm not sure if I might do another one. I'm thinking of doing one of a watercolor of the same, and then perhaps maybe doing I don't want to do. I know. I'm like, I could. And then maybe doing an acrylic painting of the same. I don't know. Have it be like a 3-part series hung on a wall. We'll see. And after that, then I'm going to do some painting. Um, Once I get done with this series of artwork on these trees, um, I'm going to do uh, some painting. Oh, I was just thinking about, I just came up with an idea for these trees. Because there's another photo she showed with me of the same tree, different angle. And yeah, so you'll have to wait and see. One thing that kind of always gets me, though, is sometimes I feel like people are trying to almost think it's a competition on the artwork. And I don't think a lot of people really get that it's not a competition. It's not whether or not you think my artwork is better or your artwork is better. Because artwork is such a personal thing. And I'm sure there's people that see my work and think it's shit. So many times I see my work and have thought it's shit. Quite frankly. Damn. Dogs just knocked everything over in the entire world. But it's an extension of the artist. And there's so many different styles and formats, mediums, expressions and stuff that, this is just my personal style, my personal expression. It's not a competition. It doesn't matter if you're doing stick figures, if you're enjoying doing it and you're expressing yourself, that's your artwork. There's no, there's no competition. You have to realize that each person viewing any picture sees it differently. None of us are the same. And so, how I see something through my eyes is always going to be a little different than how the next person will see it, and so on. There is no true competition. I know a lot of different artists with a lot of different styles. And I know artists that, well, my professor always called them duplicators, because they could look at any picture and they could copy it almost exact. He called them duplicators. Because he said, a true artist will never have anything that close. They won't copy because they see it differently. They see it, It's just like I cannot draw a straight line. I am one of the few people that always see everything curved. And I don't remember what he called it. But I do not see anything. See, I cannot draw a straight line. I do not see straight lines. I always see kind of a curve to them. That's just how I am. But it's not a competition. I have a hard time showing my artwork for that reason, because I feel like people are judging. And yeah, that's a fact of life, and you get used to that as an artist. But then I feel like, people won't think it's a competition or whatever, or that I am looking for praise. Yeah, it's appreciated if you like my artwork and you say you think that's a nice piece or whatever, but I don't think I'm the next Picasso. I don't think I'm going to be recognized nationally and be the next Andy Warhol or anything. My artwork will probably stay in the depths of my art room in my closet, in my giant portfolios, where a few people, mainly my family and you guys that I choose to share some of my work with, You know, yeah, I've had things in galleries and had the gallery showings and, you know, sold my artwork and worked in the field and yada, yada, yada. This is just for the love. That's why now I am very picky on what I will do commissioned artwork on. I won't do portraits because I'm burned out on them and I don't enjoy doing them. Never have. I can't turn this into another job. I've done that before, and then I'll drop it, and that's what happens every time because I feel the pressure, and you know, then it becomes another job instead of just something I love to do. So I'll do commissioned artwork, but I have to sit and talk with you, you know, or at least we would Skype together and would throw ideas back and forth. And I'm not going to do just portraits. You know, there's a lot of different alternatives. You know, unless your heart is set on getting a portrait done, there's other artists that can do them and that do them well and enjoy doing them. You know, I like do like holding hands or, you know, different things like that, silhouettes. I mean, you know, but it's got to be something that piques my interest also, or else I'm not going to do my best work for you, you know. You know, and then there's always, you know, terms and conditions. I mean, you know, uh, on the artwork, you know, and you know, it's like I always have to have, you know, we have to agree on the price, and then I always have to have half down before I start. You know, we've been payment of half because even if you don't like what I give you my finished product of, I'll still put the hours into it. You know, but so you know, if anybody is interested in uh, commissioning a piece, well, we can certainly talk about it. And I'm not saying no, I won't, but you know, like I said, you don't want me to commit to something that I don't feel that I would do my best at. You know, and in the future, yeah, if I have some pieces that I'm willing to part with, and I'm sure there will be. I will probably show them on here that this piece is finished if anybody's interested in purchasing them. Um, because I can't keep all my artwork, neither, and I don't want to. But even though my husband always wants to keep all of it, you know, and I'm like, we don't have enough wall space, and you know, I don't want to keep all of it. You know, it'll be nice to know that when I pass away, though, that there'll be some pieces of me, an extension of me left behind for my grandkids and stuff. I mean, you know, my granddaughter loves to go in the art studio with me, and she did while she was here, and I let her set up the great big tabletop easel, and you know, we sat there, you know, opposite of each other and listened to Pink and drew and chatted and had fun. You know, uh, and you know, she got to look through my portfolio. She had no idea I had all that artwork and stuff, and she was just blown away, and that was pretty cool. Another thing I want to talk about with the artwork is too why it's so near and dear to me is it's one thing, and I don't want to sound cocky or anything, but I'm just going to say how I feel is that is one thing I feel like I'm inherently good at. You know, like I said, there's no competition or anything, but it's something that I you know, am talented in. It. Having Asperger's, it's not surprising that I'm good in art. You know, I'm not good in music or anything because I don't have all my hearing, and you know, but yeah, with the art. But there's one thing that can't be taken away from me, because I feel like so much has been taken away. You know, you look at me and you see, oh, there's just this fat, middle-aged, you know, graying woman. And if you see me walk, you know I've got some physical problems. I mean, you know, you can tell I can't walk normally. And I get so tired so quickly and stuff, between, you know, some different medical conditions and stuff. And even though I'm working toward getting the lap band and losing weight, it's not to say that all of those medical problems will just go away. I know that some of them won't. But in the last 2 years, the arthritis has really come on so much stronger, where, you know, I am, you know, my physical ability has really been diminished. It doesn't matter with the artwork. I can still sit there and do the artwork. I can be in my worst painful day with the back and the hips and the knees, and I can still do my artwork. You know, even when my hands do this thing where they seize up all of a sudden and they contort and I can't move them. And it'll happen sometimes when I'm crocheting or looming or when I'm doing my artwork. And I just have to wait a couple minutes for them to finally, you know, relax enough where the fingers will move and stuff again. And yeah, it's extremely painful when it does that. I don't know what's going on with all the physical stuff. And I don't want to go have my doctor run a bunch of tests until after I have this surgery. But that's one thing that can't be taken away is the artwork, because you know, I used to be very active and I can't be anymore. I used to dance and bowl and, you know, and ride bikes and stuff, and I can't do that stuff now. But this can't be taken away. You know, I can still sit and you know, do my artwork and stuff, and, you know, that makes me feel at peace. It makes me feel like I have an identity, and I think especially for us women who've been housewives or stay-at-home mothers and stuff, for the most part, you can go get any degrees you want. I have a few of them. Doesn't matter. I mean, 'cause you don't have a career, you haven't had a long career in them. You know, because, you know, you feel like you have no identity. I was always just the girls' mom or my husband's wife. And then, like I said, being an introvert and staying home most of the time, it's like people don't even know you exist. And that's why doing YouTube videos is such a great outlet. And then the artwork. I think people on Facebook will even tell you that I'm not hardly on there at all now. Because, you know, I'd rather do a YouTube video and then go do my artwork. And, you know, I'll check in on there a couple of times a day, but that's about it. You know. But that's what I have planned on is, I would like to get to do at least a good 3 hours worth of studio time today. My art professor, my mentor, always taught us that you need to treat that like you would be if you were an athlete in any sport. You've got to do a certain amount of hours of training every day to really fine hone that craft, and I am so rusty. You know, taking 7 years off, basically, I'm so rusty in a lot of my techniques and stuff, so, you know, what you're seeing is just some really rustic stuff. But anyway, I thought about making a separate art channel, and then I thought, well, I don't know if I really have enough content right now to make a separate art channel. So, you guys tell me, do you mind seeing some of my artwork on here? Do you mind hearing me talk about it? Because, I mean, it is a large part of me. And it's just becoming, it's becoming reborn within me, that passion. So I think I'll probably just combine it all in this channel. Because one of the things that happened too was not only the physical, have been so greatly diminished because of this osteoarthritis, or whatever else I have. Um, you know, uh, but also I love to cook in it, but one of the things is I can't really do that much cooking with, trying to lose weight. My husband's a diabetic. We have to really watch what we cook, and I can't focus on food that strongly. So this is really helping the artwork. So you guys drop me a line. Let me know how you're doing. I know I'm behind on comments. I've been just running silly with the kids and stuff, and sometimes I get where my mind is kind of just spinning out of control because I get so many ideas for artwork and stuff. The imagination just is, it just, that I think why it's hard for me to sleep and stuff and that's part of the hyperactivity that I've always had. But drop me a line. Let me know how you're doing. If Bethany's watching, hi Bethany. How are you doing today? I hope you got to go on the merry-go-round. I saw you were hanging out with your sister and her friend. And I hope you and your mom Sylvia are having a great time. You're a pretty girl. And I really love to see you smile and laugh. And for the rest of you, remember that I think you're awesome. And I love you. And I will talk to you later. Bye.